We always have an odd one in the crowd.
So it's kind of odd.
Decidedly odd.
Doesn't that strike you as a little bit odd?
No, that doesn't strike me as a little bit odd.
It's the Bob and Sheri Oddcast, with stuff we wouldn't, couldn't, or shouldn't do on the regular show. Now, here's the Oddcast.
Heather, did you have a fun vacation? You had a couple of days off with your bestie?
I did. So I went to Southport, which there were a lot of movies filmed and parts of movies filmed in Southport. So it's a cute little area. It felt a lot like Maine, but in North Carolina. It was such a lovely time and just getting to spend it with my best friend. And we haven't been able to take like a true vacation where I wasn't working since 2020. So this was like, completely off.
Overdue.
Yeah.
Lamar, Heather texted me and said, we're going, and texted me a picture of the water and said, Shelby and I are going out on a boat later. And I was like, where'd you find this boat? What is this captain's name? And Heather was like, no, he's great. I was like, listen to me. A guy named Salt Daddy took two beautiful young women out for a ride and killed them. And you light up a room. So please reassure me that you're not about to be a Dateline episode. But it turned out that the captain was not a murderer at all.
Nope.
Just a really
Big
good
fan of the show.
Yeah. And a fan of the show. Which, times are tough. I'm not saying if you're a murderer, you can't be a fan of the show, but ideally, right?
Right.
Ideally, you wouldn't be. So that was super cool. And Southport, by the way, is it's right near Wilmington. Shout out to all of our GNI listeners. Southport is kind of in your backyard, and isn't it charming? It's like a make-believe place.
It was completely like a fairy tale, and I actually met probably a handful of listeners who came up to me and they recognized me by my hair. They're like, "Oh, you're Heather. I follow you on Instagram," and it was so sweet. So I don't get recognized. That was very, just heartwarming. It was such a good time.
Oh, I'm so pleased. Very early in my radio career, me and Bob and Max were asked to judge a baking contest. Now, when I first heard that, Heather, I was like, I love cake. How bad can this be? And these people put their heart and soul, and everything was delicious. But we had to vote. And we're the judges. The three of us are the judges. And we're walking around and we're tasting things and taking notes and tasting things and taking notes.
And no cake was tasting bad, I'm pretty sure.
Everything was good.
A cake. It's cake. Okay, it's cake. Even a bad cake is still cake. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything was good. But ultimately, you have to pick. And they gave us, the contest organizers gave us these sheets with things to judge by, was visual presentation, right? Complexity and then of course taste, texture, all of that. So if I recollect, Max, who is the nicest human being to walk this earth, he's very tall, so he stands out in a crowd. One of these people that did not place, because we had first, second, and third place in honorable mention. One of these people who did not place got right up on Max. You didn't like my, I forget what it was. You didn't like my, and Max is like, no, it was very good. At one point I thought Max was going to offer to let this person stab him with a plastic knife just to get some aggression out.
See,
Aaron Strickland just asked me, was it hard to judge the ugliest dog contest? Aaron, I got off easy because we were the MCs. We were not actually judges. And thank God, because I could not, before we're not allowed back at the ugliest dog. And if you want to know why, there's an Oddcast episode called Banned for Life. And I'm not going to say another word. Don't ask. You want to know the truth? The truth.
You got to hunt it down yourself.
Go hunt down Banned for Life. So backstage, we get to the World's Ugliest Dog contest hours before it actually begins. And we're backstage and we're meeting all of the dogs. And these are just dogs that are owned by people. This isn't the Westminster Kennel Club, Lamar. This is like a guy named Rocco who has a toothless ancient Chinese crested that he's entered into this contest, right? And people come from all over the world. There's press from everywhere. India, the Netherlands, Ukraine, there's press from everywhere. It's a great big deal. And I'm backstage and I'm meeting these people and they're telling me about the dog. And literally some of these dogs' origin stories sound like this. So I was walking home from the bars and I was pretty wasted. And I caught something out of my corner of my eye. And that's when I found Vladimir. Vladimir had been abandoned in the garbage in Los Angeles. I mean, like literally, these are the tragic side stories of these dogs. No way could I be the judge. So we get up on stage and the dogs come out and the judges keep score. And then all we do is announce the winners. And even that is excruciating because when it's all over and Good Morning America finishes and everybody gets their picture taken, now the crowd starts melting away. And now it's, well, Vladimir, who only has one eye and was in the garbage, was sure hoping for a prize.
This story you're telling clears up something for me. It clears up something for me because when we went to Maine and they had the scone contest, I noticed automatically I was the single solitary judge. So
I ran for the bathroom so fast.
Oh my God. Because here's the problem. Number one, you just got numbers. So you don't know who's who, which is understandable. It's very understandable. You don't want to know who's who. But when you see the scone that you did not pick, and it's a little girl that has stood up on a stool and she has worked herself to death to make a scone. And she just wanted somebody to say it was a good scone. It would be in the top 3 anyway. And then she's crying. Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and let's just say this. I'm not judging. Again. I'm not judging. And especially not being the only judge. I can't even blame it on anybody else. Oh. It's just me. Oh
you don't even know. So Lamar and all of these scones were good. Like, do not get. I mean, every last one of these things was delicious.
Yeah, these are great scones. They were great scones.
So Lamar judges, and poor Lamar, it's his first rodeo judging a baking contest, and he has no idea why the rest of us are like beep beep.
Oh yeah. They left me. It's like they went on break. There's nobody else representing the Bob and Sheri show except me in the spotlight. And every one of these people, when I'm taking a bite, they're just all going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
So it's the end of the judging, and Lamar has declared the winners, and I know what's about to happen because I've had it happen to me. So I immediately step out of the crowd and go up and join Lamar and be like, let me taste some of these. Oh, you were right. This was so good. This was a hard thing to judge. I'm over here trying to like kick sand over the mess in the box. These were all so good, Lamar, because I know what's coming. I can look into the crowd and I see the little girl that you're describing. I see her face. Yeah. And the people start dispersing, and she and her mom come up to me and they were like, I really wanted to win.
I did the best I could. Oh my God.
And I said, listen, if Lamar had known that you were like 9, he would have cheated and you would have won.
Yes,
he just didn't know.
Yes. If I had just known, the rest of them people's on their own. That little girl, come on. I mean, oh my God.
Oh my God. One time Bob had to judge a chili contest. And I was like, you're on your own, Chief, because I'm not looking one person in the eye and tell them their chili didn't win. We were in Illinois, and, Bob's got to judge this chili contest. And he goes and he eats. I think there were 45, 50 entrants in there. Have you ever been to a chili cook-off? Those people are more serious than the folks running nuclear power plants. They're dead.
I entered a chili cook-off. So okay. I know what it's like to not get picked.
But your fellow competitors?
Yes. They're
deadly serious. Yeah. Deadly serious. The ones who didn't win were like, who's this punk-ass radio bitch telling me my chili's not good?
If I'm picking somebody to choose chili, it's probably not Bob. Probably not Bob. I don't. He hadn't spent a lot of time in the truck stop eating the chili. I'm pretty sure listen, because I'm a chili man. Listen, me and my boys, when we was on the truck, we'd stop at 6 o'clock in the morning at the Waffle House, and we'd get that Waffle House chili. And that Waffle House chili been sitting there all night. I mean, buddy, it was good though. God, it was so good. Yeah, I don't see. Here's what happened to me. I worked on this chili thing for like 5 months. 5 months. I'm cooking chili multiple times a week. I'm taking it in, letting everybody try. I'm working. I'm really, I am. And I bought perfect spoons. I got perfect bowls. I even made my famous grilled cheese sandwich and cut wedges of it so it would be on the side of the chili.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To dip in that, the whole deal. I mean, I was on point. And so they always have judges that are like, blah, blah, blah. But they did have like a real chef. Well, he didn't show up. He was sick. So the actual judge was one of those people that works at the TV station, and they're the ones that put out on the side of the road when there's ice on the road. And you know what I'm saying? And they got to be doing the report. They won't let them do nothing else. That's what they do. So this is the side of the road guy. They got the side of the road guy. And the other guy, I'm not sure. I think he was one of those guys, like when they're doing road work and he's got that sign that says stop and go, stop and go. I think he was the other judge. What they knew, I don't even know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, no. It was just not good. It was not good for me. It was not good for me.
There were a lot of things like that chili contest where I was like, no, ma'am, I will not. And one of us had to. And every single time it was the same way. Sheri, look at me. Sheri, look at me. Never again. Do you hear me? Why are we allowing this to happen to us? Why do we allow these? I'll tell you why we allow these things to happen to us, Sheri, because we don't know how to say no. Look at me. No. Look at me. We need to learn to say no. Cut to Vladimir was found in a pile of human medical waste. And today he's competing in the world's ugliest dog. It's a great career. It's a great life.
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
The contests that we do on the Bob and Sheri show, none of us are, we've told you this before, none of us are allowed within a country mile of a contest entry because, I'm just going to be like, oh my God, Tony Garcia, her pet bunny rabbit died. Make her the grand prize winner. And he's like,
give her something. Give her something. Yes. No. They could never let us do that. No way.
Anytime there's a contest where it's like, send in a picture, tell us about your dad, you can be 100% absolute certain, take it to the bank, that me, Max, Doc, Lamar, Heather, we never laid eyes on your entry.
No. We don't know nothing
because we cannot be trusted. We don't.
When I was doing the scone contest and everybody had a number, the only one I knew for sure that couldn't win, before I walked up, this woman walks up to me. She was short and she was feisty. She was a sturdy, feisty woman. And she walked up to me and she said, I'm number 6. I'm just telling you right now, I'm number 6. And I'm like, well, I don't need to know that. I'm number 6. I'm just telling you, okay? You know I'm number 6. Well,
that's a veiled threat.
I mean, if number 6 was the greatest scone that was ever made in the world, I can't pick it. You've just took yourself. I didn't tell her this, but I mean, you've took yourself out. I'm number 6, and as I'm walking away, she's going. Oh my God. I avoided her like the plague when that thing was over with. Oh my God. Yeah, no.
Well, that was the other thing that we must share with our people tonight. So this is Lamar's first time judging this. And when it's over, it's not really over.
No.
So that all of the disappointed people that are like, look at him, what does he know about a scone? All of those disappointed people, Lamar can't leave. It's not over. Heather's having weather and connectivity problems. There's a storm cell hanging over her house. So Lamar is discovering in real time why it's difficult to be the judge of a contest. because it's over, but it's not over. You, Lamar? I see you were up there. My wife worked real hard on that scone.
See, we're on that level. We're not on that level. Like if I was
Gordon Ramsay.
If I was Gordon Ramsay, as soon as the contest was over, security sweeps me out, sticks me in the back of the limo, and drives me off. Okay? He's got security. We're not at that level. There is no security. We cannot leave. We've still got to stay. No, it was not good. It was not good.
And I caught the secondhand, like even to this day, people will send me an email and they're like, I know Bob retired, but he said something on his Facebook that I didn't like. Can you deal with that? No, ma'am, I cannot. I couldn't deal with it when he was here. I certainly can't deal with it now. But so the disappointed scone entrance, I had a couple people come up to me. We're not mad. We're just sad.
It don't make it any better. It doesn't make it.
It's worse. It's worse because what? Could you please be angry and not cry? Like, could you please be angry with Lamar and not be sad? It's worse that you're sad. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, it is. It's hard. It's hard. I don't know how anybody. It's when you're eating something that's all pretty much, they're all good. I mean, at what point does something?
They are all good. A couple of them were so good that, and I wasn't even judging it, but like there was that peanut butter and bacon scone was transcendental. I mean, that was ridiculous.
Listen, she was the smartest contestant. If you're cooking scones and you know I'm the judge, if you can get peanut butter and bacon into that scone, you're in pretty good shape. I mean, you're in pretty good shape because now you've hit all my triggers. I mean, you really have. I mean, so yeah.
There was a really yummy one, like a fruit scone with a glaze. They were all so good. It's just not possible. Like I'm too much of a dish rag doormat. I just can't. And then you have to know you have to know who you are. Like I know I cannot judge your anything. I can't judge your dancing competition. I can't judge any of it. So I just say no.
See, I could judge something that I'm very familiar with, okay? Like, I could judge hamburgers because I eat hamburgers a lot. I eat all kinds of hamburgers, so I could judge hamburgers. I could judge chili. I could judge, there's some things. The only scone that I have ever cooked is a scone goddess scone because it works and it's very simple.
It's flawless every time, yeah.
You dump it in a bowl and you pour heavy cream. And gosh knows, I've got heavy cream at the house. And you stir it up and then you bake it. And it's so funny. I had people come over and I just make some scones. You want a scone? No, they're sort of dry. Wait. Wait. No, they're not. But if you're making it from scratch, I wouldn't know how to do it. I couldn't do it.
I'll judge your spelling and grammar. In fact, a neighbor sent me a picture of a very hostile and aggressive sign, and that a handmade, like on a poster board, and said that my husband had done this. And I'm looking at the sign. Now I know the man's handwriting. It's not his handwriting. But also I'm like, ma'am, if you think that I would share my bed and life with a man that doesn't know where to put a comma, I need you to reevaluate that. I could no more fornicate with a man who cannot use his punctuation correctly than I can fly. I rest my case.
I get it. I get it.
The idea that I would marry a man and join my life to that of a man who can't use a comma correctly, Lamar, you know me.
I know. No, there's no way that's going to work out. No.
That man could be an actual literal one-legged pirate with an eye patch, as long as he could use a comma and a gerund. Do not accuse me of having sex with a man that cannot operate his grammar. I was so offended on my own behalf as well as his. So, yeah. I'm not judging your cooking, but you do not want to misuse your... Please, your, and there, and there, and there. Like, use a comma. We love you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I mean, my God, you listen to the show, then you come have happy hour with us. We are unworthy. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.